All right, and we are back in the lobby bar for the week of November the 13th, 2023. Brian and Michaela here with you as always. And Michaela, there has been good news aplenty. We're coming up fast and quick on Thanksgiving weekend. I am thankful the SAG-AFTRA strike has ended
Woohoo!
semi-officially.
Semi-officially, yes. Yeah, hallelujah. Thank you to the universe. Yes, I'm so glad to hear this. Because that means some really good things. That means we're gonna pay people what they're worth. That means that I feel like it's like a
That's
an
that's
end
probably more
to
important than our
tyranny.
desire to talk about
That's
movies, I
that is
suppose. I
that's the
suppose.
most important part is that we're gonna, the SAG and actor team are getting paid what they're worth. They're getting paid what they're due. They're not going to be I don't know what is the word, exploited for their
Mm.
AI faces and all of that. That's really great. If you've been peripherally listening to all of our talk about the SAG actor strike, I do recommend you go and educate yourself on it. There were a lot of there's a lot of things that happened in the 200 and some odd days or whatever that this strike was going on. So I'm really excited for all the members of the unions that they've come to an agreement and they feel good about what is going to happen. And then, as a side note, I'm so excited we get to talk about movies again too, because I have been missing it. It's been a big part of my love of life, and my joie de vivre. And I'm glad that we're going to get to talk about all the things.
Yeah, we're going to get to talk about all the things. It's good for us because we're getting into like Oscar like award time, Michaela. So that is good. So the time is great for us. So yeah, very thankful there, and we're also very thankful because we've got some champagne here to pop in celebration. So that's good. That's good. And to go alongside of the champagne, Michaela, I thought we could mix up something dead simple. I think we might have done this on a lobby bar before, probably, or maybe even a full episode. I don't know. But this is perfect for this time of year because you're going to start doing, kind of starting next week with your Thanksgiving parties. Then you're going to just be having like random like holiday like drop-ins, or you're going to have to like go somewhere and take like a drink or something like that. So we're going to make something that is simple, that is classy, that is elegant, and that is perfect for this time of year, and that is the Kir Royale.
Yeah. This is actually really easy to make, and it's so beautiful. I love a Key Royale at Christmas time because I feel like the color is really perfect. It's very festive, all the things that you just said, and it's got champagne. I mean, so
Yeah.
so you're gonna pick your favorite bottle of champagne, something other than my Wycliffe that is my favorite, like a real champagne. Pick a
That's
real
right.
champagne.
Something between Wycliffe and like Cristal, like $500 a bottle. Um, I like to myself use like a Cremant from France, which is made exactly like a champagne, except it's not made in the Champagne region. So it tastes like champagne, except it's like a third of the price. So that's good. You can use like a drier cava. I would, if you were going to use Prosecco, I would use like as dry a prosecco as you could find because the
Yeah.
cassis is pretty sweet. So that's gonna be like a pretty sugary one. So I would go with something a little on the drier side, for sure. Even if you normally kind of veer towards the sweeter champagne or prosecco, I would go a little drier here because you're definitely adding some sugar in your liqueur that you're adding.
Right. And then you're going to add some cream de cassis or cassis. I'm not sure how to say it correctly. I always say cassis because it
Yeah,
sounds
that's
French. Is
fancier.
that
That's fancier
it?
sounding. Yeah.
It's cream de cassis. But that's really easy to find. If you don't know what that is, go to a liquor store. They will have it. It is, I think it's like a blackberry liqueur. Is cassis a berry? It's
It's
an
cassis.
actually.
It is a blackberry, but I don't know that it's like the blackberry. I,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
because
yeah,
it's very
it's
blackberry
cassis
in
flavored.
color. Yeah, it's very good. It's very like rich. I had this. My stepmom Patty was like, "Do you want something fancy at Christmas?" And that's what she made me. And I had no idea it was a Kir Royale. This is delicious. So you can add as much or as little cream de cassis as you'd like. If you want it super sweet, I mean, I wouldn't add like more than half an ounce per glass. I
Yeah.
think that's probably then it starts to turn into like a 20-year-old. It's like Kool-Aid. Don't do that. Don't do that to your champagne. Okay. You gotta maintain some of the sanctimoniousness of the champagne.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. Preserve some of the sanctimony of the champagne for sure. Yeah, I'd use like a bar spoon full, roughly give or take, of the creme de cassis. And if you don't want to go spring for a bottle of creme de cassis, it's super cheap. Like you could probably get a bottle of it for, I don't know, like $10 ish, kind of in your local liquor store. But you could also use any other kind of like fruit liqueur that you had. If you had like some Chambord, like a raspberry, that would be good. You could do like a creme de framboise, raspberry, or strawberry. If you have any other kind of like fruits liqueurs, you could definitely give the same treatment with that and play around with different flavors there. So if you have a different kind of twist on a Kir Royale, we would love to hear about it. And yeah, take this to your Thanksgiving. Sip one to salute the actors here, and getting over the final hurdles there with the strike. So that is good. Michaela, the strike is over, so we can talk about box office stuff. We're not going to get into too much because we have some other stuff to talk about this week, but I thought we might just run down the top five movies here so far in terms of box office dollars for the year.
Yeah.
We've got Barbie leading the way. Of course, everyone knew that from the summer. That was right around the time we had to stop talking about movies with the Barbenheimer of it all. So Barbie takes the top spot. Oppenheimer takes the final spot there. $636 million for Barbie, followed by Super Mario Brothers, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and then Oppenheimer closing that out with 325 million. Now, Barbenheimer, Michaela, that was a big deal. We went and saw it, dressed in pink. Well, you dressed in pink. I had tennis shoes that had pink on them. That was pretty good.
You
I thought.
did? We both were in
I
pink. We
leaned into it. I
matched.
leaned into it. We matched for sure. Now that was kind of the first episodes that we recorded once the strike happened. So we're actually going to be releasing those next week on Thanksgiving. We're going to be doing a double feature here. Barbenheimer Drink the Movies Spectacular. So we're going to have Oppenheimer on the main episode. We're going to have the Barbie episode as our Patreon exclusive. So definitely want to make sure you check those out. But we have one more album coming this week, Michaela. And we talked about, that we're very excited to be talking about movies, but it was almost like a bittersweet taste in my mouth as the joy of movies coming back into our lives, overwhelmed me. I felt in the pit of my stomach, a little bit of sadness, a little twang of sadness, because we have talked about coming up on 15 albums this week. We're going to be talking about Beach Boys' Pet Sounds, one of the greatest albums of all time, according to some folks out there. We're going to be talking about that as the 15th. So I was happy for movies, but I was a little sad for music, Michaela.
Yeah, me too. I feel like and I'm just speaking for myself here, Brian, because I think have been brilliant 100% of the time. But we felt like
Thank you.
just in the last few episodes, I've just been getting into my groove, like talking about music in a way that doesn't make me sound like I'm both fangirling and like an idiot, just a bumbling idiot that's like, oh, it's really good music. This is great. There's a guitar. But I think though that for those of you Drink the Music fans, listeners that are also really sad that think we're never going to do this again, you are wrong. We are going to continue to drink the music. It might not be the same way. I don't think we're going to be able to do like two drops of each kind a week, but we're going to do something because this was so much fun. And there's so many other albums that we have already started thinking about and cocktails that we've been dreaming about to kind of pair in. So it's not over. I mean, it is bittersweet, but it's not truly over.
It is that's right. Nothing ever truly ends, right? In a world of sequels and giant IPs taking over. Drink the Music maybe is one of those. A giant IP, definitely not. But we are going to be talking about music in some form or fashion, including a trimming the Christmas tree playlist we're going to have coming your way here pretty shortly. And like I said, Beach Boys Pet Sounds, that will be volume 15. So thank you to everyone who's stuck with us here over the last it'll actually be 16 music episodes that we did. So thank you. We hope that you've enjoyed those. It's been fun talking about and branching out from movies, but we're definitely ready to get back to movies. So with that, Michaela, what we better do is we better grab another couple of bottles of champagne. We'll grab a spoonful or two of creme de cassis. We will go watch a movie, and we'll be back to talk to everyone next week in the lobby bar.